main man, Jamie Angel.
What's up, everybody?
What is happening? Happy Thursday to everyone. Happy Friday Eve. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, welcome to the show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Hebert studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Beal and Hebert, your hometown attorneys. Give those guys a call if you have questions about the law. Also broadcasting live from Rumble. I want to see you over there. Rumble.com. Go look up the Josh Guillory Show. You can check us out, see us. Hopefully I don't break your monitor there. And we'll have some good fun. And you can also app chat us over there at rumble.com. And you have the traditional app chat as well. And Tony D already started off.
Oh, Tony Dash.
Tony Dash, she ain't playing, man.
I'm already fired up to hear what Jamie's fired up about.
Yeah,
what you fired up right now?
What you fired up about,
okay,
man?
I'm all right. All right for now.
Today's a great day.
Always.
God made it a great day. Hey, I'll tell you what, we got some crazy going on around the world. We do.
Oh. You talking about Putin?
Putin. Yeah, he's acting the, you know what? He's acting the booty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Caitlin McFall over at Fox News is reporting that Russia launched a massive strike across Ukraine, 614 drones and missiles in one night. And this wasn't just about Ukraine. One of those Russian missiles hit an American-owned civilian factory in western Ukraine near two NATO countries, like 30 miles, I think, 30 miles from it.
An hour.
And
That's crazy.
That is nuts. So that factory belongs to Flex Limited, an electronics company based in Austin, Texas. They make household goods, no military connection at all. 15 people were hurt, 6 still in the hospital. President Zelensky's calling the strike very telling. France, of course, they chimed in. They said Russia isn't serious about peace. The White House hasn't said anything. Hasn't said anything about it. And that should tell you something. And I think that's probably responsible. Just, we can't put, I think someone's got it through President Trump's head. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Hey, I had to learn.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, but he's got to be real careful because it's kind of a slap in the face.
Of course. This is a big flip the finger to America. But look, think about it. This happened, all this, what we're talking about, just days, remember, it was Friday, just days after President Trump met with Putin in Alaska to try and shut this thing all down. Trump is doing what we sent him there to do. He's doing what we need him to do, actually. He's working to stop the bleeding. He didn't cause this. He stepped into the chaos left behind and says, look, very straightforward. All this endless war stuff has to end. All this bogged down in war where the elites prosper, very bipartisan there, and tripartisan or whatever it is. It's global elites on this. We have our fair share. But here we are again. Russia playing games. Ukraine playing victim while demanding more money. And the American people, the American taxpayers, the ones stuck footing the bill. You know it. And that factory that got hit, it shouldn't have been there in the first place. American companies shouldn't be operating inside a war zone that we're not officially a part of. That's my take on that. This whole situation is a disaster. And it's been that way since the beginning. It's been that way since the beginning. And when you have, it just goes to show you that, that whole culture thing in the executive branch, that whole set the tone by the leader, that's very important for the leader of the free world. And when you had weak leadership the last 4 years, you come in here with somebody that says that's quite the opposite, that means something. Trump is shaking the tree. Some things are falling out. But I don't think many people in our audience are over there flying a Ukrainian flag in their front yard, and I don't think anybody's trusting Putin either. I mean, collectively. Yeah, we have a few that fly the Putin. And if you're flying a Ukraine flag, go for it. It's your right to do so. But most of us don't want to pick a side in someone else's war. And that's where I'm at. But you're right. We can't be isolationists. We have to understand that it is a superpower over there that with nukes who's crazy. dealing with someone who's extremely. How can you say that Zelensky's not corrupt? He suspended his election. I mean, his own election.
He's been president for how long now?
God,
in a term limited position, like he rewrote the Constitution.
The question is, how long has he been in since being term limited?
And how about all these people that mysteriously fall from balconies or just die mysteriously?
Man, it's a world that's not ours over there, but we do have to understand it's there. We do. But look, like most of us want American strength without American blood spilled for people who don't care about us. That's part of the problem too. Trump gets it. And he's pushing for the right outcome. Say what you want about the guy, but he has been the adult in the room with those three. Or those two. He's the only, and it seems like, I know the French, they play both sides, Macron over there, but he seems to be the only leader in the world trying to stop this madness. And the Pope. Trump and the Pope are the only ones you see vocal. I'm talking about the world. Hey, that's right. Hey, I know that's Chicago ties, but someone said he had ties down to New Orleans. He's one of us.
He's a White Sox fan.
That's okay. I'm a Cubs fan. I love him though. I know. I gotta. Now he's coming to America, and I think he's doing a service in Comiskey Park or whatever the White Sox is called now.
Oh well, no, it was a service in his honor.
I thought he was coming.
No,
thought he was coming to America.
I don't think. Not yet.
Doggone! Come on, Pope Leo. Come on home. Well, home is in the Vatican now. He's got some responsibilities. Yeah, but look, all this with Putin and stuff. I mean, just days after. Look, man, it's a slap in the face. But I do think Trump's pushing the right outcome. I think you got to stay in the fight. I think you got to stay in the negotiations. I'm glad he didn't react. Take a little pause. Make them think. We said what we had to say. We want peace, and it's your war. But it's using our dollars, and we're trying to prevent using our blood. That's what we're trying to do.
Mr. B, I'm pressing the wrong button over here. Mr. B says Ukraine's constitution says they can't have an election during wartime. I don't know when that was written, but I know that's what it says.
Man, you could put your conspiracy hat on this for real. Like if you wanted to, you could. I mean, think, they're all in it together. They rewrote the Constitution. Who declares war?
I'm all out of conspiracy theories. I'm all full up.
Hey, and I'm not trying to start one. I'm just saying it seems like this would be the ingredients for a good conspiracy theory. Because I'll tell you this, a conspiracy theory would make more sense to me right now on August 21st, 2025, after seeing this ridiculous act of aggression on Russia's part when we're trying to seal the deal here of peace. Zelensky's not innocent either. Neither one of them are. So, yeah, a conspiracy theory might actually be more, like if you're just an objective person seeing this for the first time, the conspiracy theory might make more sense. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear Studios right here in Lafayette, Louisiana. All right, Beal and Abear, man, your hometown attorneys. Give those guys a call if you got questions. Also, we're broadcasting live from Rumble. I want to see you on Rumble. Go over there. You can find this on YouTube, and you can go to Rumble. You can go to Facebook, X, all the things, and you can find us live. And we want to see you over there.
We everywhere.
Yeah, if you got like 20 seconds, give us a little follow. Maybe 30 seconds. Give us a little follow.
Give us a little, let us know you're watching. Give us a chat.
Love that. Love that. All right. I think we've talked about Vladimir Putin and Zelensky and all that stuff enough. Let's move on. Redistricting.
Word.
That is the word. Jeez. If we were playing a drinking game, I'd be drinking a lot of Topo Chico if our word was redistricting this year.
Yep.
Or at least the last month.
That's
Golly. It is kind of insane.
But we started it.
But we started in the wrong way. God, you can't even make this up. Like, yeah, we actually did. We started it. But you would think that it would.
We went to California.
Yeah, but we're Republicans. Our Republicans. That's true. That is true, guys. So in this redistricting, you really have two routes. You have Texas, which is sure using politics
But the party in charge.
Party in charge is gaining seats. California, same thing. We started this, but it was our Republicans pushing California's plan, and I don't understand that.
We'll give y'all two. We'll give y'all two of them seats for them Democrats, and we'll keep four.
Where do you even start with that? So Piper Hutchinson wrote a pretty good article over there at the Louisiana Illuminator. Go check it out. Piper's reporting that Louisiana lawmakers have been asked, asked to hold dates open this fall. Yes, October 23rd through November 13th for a possible special session on congressional redistricting. The request is coming ahead of the U.S. Supreme Court's hearing in Louisiana versus Calais. That's our case that we were talking about, which could impact the congressional map passed last year. But the court's decision, that's the problem. The court's decision isn't expected until next year.
No, October 15th. They moved it up.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this kind of goes in line with this.
I say October. It's October, mid-October. I want to say it's the 15th.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So this is in line. That's fantastic. That's good. So Speaker Philip DeVilliers is asking legislators to keep their calendars clear. Now, several lawmakers say this move is actually being driven by Governor Jeff Landry. He hasn't commented. Let's just pause right there. This is another instance where, like, are we rushing to get credited or something? Like this, I'm happy that we're even. Hey, all our stuff that we've talked about, I'm happy you're doing the right thing. I don't care how you're doing the right thing. I know you didn't get here the right way, but I'm just happy you're doing the right thing.
So this had to go through a few courts before the Supreme Court, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. This is a weird case. It did. But it hasn't. It didn't take your traditional path.
Okay.
But it did start with
way before an appeals court. Shelley Dick, I believe.
That's the district court.
District court.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they lose it at that? Like they overturned the maps then, right?
No.
No.
So the federal district court judge ruled in favor of Louisiana, which means yes to the Democrat seat. Wow.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I know. And then I believe it went to on appeal. Then man, don't quote me on this, guys. You can Google it. I don't know off the top of my head, but I believe it was overturned there.
Yeah, and there's two separate ones.
competing.
But the thing is, when it was overturned, we had a golden opportunity.
That's right. Yeah, so it was overturned and then sent. Yeah.
We had a golden opportunity just to boop. Yep. Let's stop. Let's get to work.
Yep.
Let's redo it.
But we didn't.
We got a do-over.
We doubled down.
Boy, did
we gave them a
tripled
seat.
down.
Yeah, like here you go. We're cool with giving you a Democrat seat.
So
totally
now,
cool with it. Not even forced to do it. Not ordered to do it. Unilaterally, voluntarily did it. We know why. It's political deals. That's been established. Why else would you do it?
Now watch. It's gonna spin. Watch how it's gonna spin. Now look, we did that on purpose. We needed it to go to the Supreme Court so they could shoot that down for good. We wouldn't have to deal with it ever again. You're welcome.
Hey, maybe. That might have been a strategy.
Stop it. Some are trying to make that case. It's already starting.
What do they say? History is written by the victors or whatever. So I guess they're in. They can write whatever they want. And the next folks will come in and see if they can fix it. I don't know.
Based on perception, unless it's on video.
Well, here's the deal. So most of us Republicans, most true Republicans are saying, yes, great. And I'm telling you, I'm going to take the positive route. I don't care. I know all the shady deals that were made, and I know all the things, whatever. We pretty much all of us know how we got here. And we should never excuse it. And I'm not. I'm just simply saying I'm not excusing that. I'm just grateful that someone seems to be listening to the folks. And I think it is platforms like this that the folks have an opportunity. It ain't me and Jamie. It's everybody that calls in and messages and all that stuff. There's way more strength in that than us two. Seriously, genuinely saying that. Genuinely saying that. But there are actually some Republicans, not Democrats. There are some Republican legislators in our state calling this premature. There are Republican legislators that are saying, oh, hold on, we're going too fast, or oh, no, we have to keep the Democrat seat. Like, what the heck is wrong with those folks?
You know they're going to drag it out to give them at least 1 or 2 more terms.
They're going to give them 2 more so they can be vested. Maybe 1 more if you count the first 2 years.
Yeah, I'm sure you count the first 2.
I don't know. I don't know if that works.
Me either.
I know. Hey, I'll tell you this: that retirement plan's better than anyone listening, and me and you.
I tell you, they should have just put them all on the thrift savings plan.
Perfect idea. Perfect idea. What a great deal. Huh?
I think they ditched the thrift savings plan in favor of like a 401k style. They're like, man, why are we putting all this money in there? Let's take some for the soldiers.
Anyway, most folks don't even know what we're talking about. So the Kale case challenges the creation of the second majority minority congressional district in Louisiana. That's the one that we're talking about. That's the one that was Cleo Fields, created for Cleo Fields. And it passed last year and still being fought over. And the thing about it is, and again, to our Attorney General, I am not knocking her. She's doing her job. I don't even know how she feels on the issue. And I know it sounds crazy, but we kind of really don't. It doesn't matter because as long as she is doing her job objectively. So I don't give her I give her a pass. I don't know if pass is the right word. I just give her, it's not her fault. Like she just, but what I'm about to tell you is the truth. She's enforcing laws created by Republicans, and taxpayers are paying, and when I say enforce law, she's enforcing this, she's fighting to keep this Democrat district in place. Not because she necessarily agrees, or she may or may not. I genuinely don't know. But I know she's just doing her job. But she's defending a district created by Republicans. That's what I just don't understand. And these Republicans can pull it back. And now they have an opportunity to pull it back. And some of these same Republicans are saying, oh, no, it's premature. We got to wait for the court. Texas ain't waiting for nothing. California ain't waiting for nothing.
Why? I think maybe they just don't want to jump the gun in case this court has some specific guidance, and then they got to go back and do it all over again. Look, I can kind of see it, but the thing is, why did they wait so long in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, you've already waited, and you know the arguments are not going to be done until next year.
Yeah.
But it's dumb. All of it's dumb.
Yeah, no.
Now I'm getting fired up.
You get fired up, Tony.
God,
Tony, you hear
dang
that?
it.
Don't get too fired up. That's all right, though. But all of this is what I think it is. Wait a minute. Those Republicans in Texas are doing it. Wait a minute. We can score points with Trump. Let's go. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, we created a Democrat seat? We did what? What do we do? All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear Studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Your hometown attorneys, Beal and Abear. Give them a call. We're also broadcasting live on Rumble, rumble.com. We want to see you over there. Give us a little chat, give us a little follow, but check us out. We certainly appreciate that. Rumble.com, search the Josh Guillory Show. We'll be right there. All right, my favorite part of the whole show, phone lines, 232-1542, 232-1542, outside of the Acadiana area. You see it right there on Rumble, 844-766-6607. Let's go to our first caller, Mr. Bobby. What's up, Mr. Bobby? What you got today?
Well, let me crawfish back to that Putin Zawinski thing there. Like I said before, that's an extremely complicated situation. It's getting worse and worse.
It is.
What's your analysis?
Man, you're right. And right when we thought, I don't think anybody really thought that Putin and Trump's visit, Mr. Bobby, I don't think we really thought it was going to seal the deal right there, but it looked promising. And then Putin, he must feel like he has to show some strength, but man, Saddam did some of that stuff too. Just saying, but yeah. Russia has nukes.
Yeah, well, Trump's already said it's between those two to stop the conflict.
That's right.
And they both hate one another. If you put them in a room, they kill one another. Maybe that's a good idea.
Hey, you know how they used to do it? You send one warrior from your army, and I'll send one warrior. But instead, it's just going to be them two. I mean, if you think about it, Putin seems like he's like bionic. Like, he might have some robot in him. You know what I mean? So let's get better watch it. Like, don't judge him because of his age. Like, Putin might like throw punches a little behind with a robot or something.
He's got a triple black belt.
That's right.
Yeah, and he rides horses bareback.
Well, if you put those two in the ring, you better get Zinkley a sword so he can cut both hands off so he loses balance.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Whoa, Mr. Bobby.
That was pretty good. That was a good one.
Look, see, I tell you soon, Trump patrols D.C. streets with the police.
Yeah, President Trump. I'm going out tonight, Melania. I'll be back around 10.
I'm gonna strap on an M4.
They put my name on it.
It's gold, made out of gold plate. Only the best. What do you think he's gonna like put on some body armor and just roll up and handcuff someone?
I think he's gonna be just in the car watching.
He might let him tackle someone. He's like, I need to get out some aggression.
Who's illegal? Just tell us now.
Hey, you. Not the white one.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
I'm kidding.
All right, let's go back to redistricting. Actually, let's go to Big Chris. I hit it before I get my thoughts. What is up, Big Chris in the hizzy? What you got today, my man?
Man, when you were talking about Zelensky and Putin and their size and fighting, I had an image of Trump standing between them, as big as he is, and the captions reading, "Okay, boys, stop fighting."
Yeah,
holding them by the head, and they can't get their arms far enough.
Like
swinging,
like
they're
a school
swinging.
teacher.
They can't hit him. Yeah.
I had that vision in my head.
Oh my gosh! Well, now we all do.
I love it.
I like it. Thank you. Thanks, Big Chris. Love you, brother. All right. Yeah. Look. So back to this redistricting, man. I don't know. The folks want to talk about Putin and Zelensky. I'm all about it. Call back in. I'll talk about it. But we're talking about the legislature right now, and seems to be. I'm gonna give them credit. I know. Hey, I don't know what motivated them. I don't know if they heard enough from their folks through shows like this, or if they really genuinely had buyer's remorse. And I think a lot of legislators, I know they have. I've spoken to them. They have buyer's remorse on that district.
Maybe they just turned on a TV and were like, oh, that's what you're. Oh, I get it.
Honestly, there are some legislators, like seriously, and I'm not knocking on them, but they're really, that was freshman senators, and a lot of them that at that time. I bet you there were some that really didn't know that they control that.
You know how I feel about that. That you can vote however you want.
Yeah, you and I know that, and our audience knows that.
I would hope that the people elected into those positions know that they can vote their conscience. They can vote the right way.
Yes, they can, and they should. And I keep trying to remind them, what do you have to lose? So here's what they have to lose. They'll get outcast. They won't be, because look, love it or hate it, I hate it. Okay, but I will say it is order. There's order in that chaos, being that only 4 or 8 people, really about 4 people in the House, 4 people in the Senate, maybe 2 to 4 people in each chamber work with the governor, and they create all the policy. That is how it's done. It's horrible, and I think that if more representatives and senators in the state house, okay, because this is the state house, a part-time gig. If you would vote your conscience, if you would vote how your constituents would want you to vote, you're getting reelected. Why do you well, I say that.
Fear.
No, I say that because the powers that be can get with the media and make that person look however they want to look. So that is the truth.
Exactly.
That is the truth.
And those freshmen, you're right. They did vote that way because they were freshmen. Because they thought they could get away with it. Because they thought 3 years later, 4 years later, people are going to forget.
Maybe.
People are going to forget. But that was the beginning. Oh, don't worry about that.
What I don't understand is how are these Republicans, some of my fellow Republicans, calling this premature? Just do it. How about, why are you waiting till October? Just do it. You got us here. You can get us out. Hey, I know this sounds crazy, but you got there through legislation. It started with a bill. I have to remind them. Everybody go to watch. I'm a bill on Capitol Hill.
Rock?
Yeah, I'm a bill on Capitol Hill. They need to know this. Now so I'll go one step further. It starts in committee, in one of the chambers. Then it goes to the floor. Then it goes to the other respective chamber in the committee in the other chamber. Then it goes to the floor. Then it goes to the governor. You actually did that when you created this ridiculously drawn district that we're talking about. You can do it again. This time you can fix it. Shocker. But I'm happy that the legislature may actually be moving. So I appreciate Mr. de Villiers. I really do. I appreciate that correspondence. Hopefully it turns into action. You can do it. Like literally, you can do it. But here's my thing about the referendums. I got sidetracked. You asked that question. So the worst part about standing for what you believe in and standing up for what's right, really the worst part is you will be outcast by the elites. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Who cares? Your constituents will still keep voting you in. But then it comes when the elites get with like media outlets, and the media outlets start becoming their mouthpiece. And I'm not even going to blame the media outlets. These guys that are in power, they just drop just enough on that person. Let's say that state representative that wants to do the right thing from wherever in Louisiana. But it doesn't take much for powers to be to just drop just a little half-truth here, half-truth there, a little bit of truth, no context, maybe more context, whatever. They can spin it, and they can make this good hypothetical state senator or state representative look like someone they're not. Make them look like a criminal. Make them look like unethical. Used to, you could do it moral. Now that's kind of out. It doesn't hit as many people. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, used to Democrats and rhinos would make up things like you're sleeping with a boy in the woods. Now,
like you're doing certain things in the White House.
Yeah, now it's criminal. But that's what they do. Look what they did to Trump. That's in Baton Rouge too. That's in your look. How many cities do we cover in this radio broadcast or this podcast broadcast? It's there too, wherever there is.
Hey, but good news though. Today, Trump's $500 million penalty that he had gotten in New York for they said mortgage fraud or something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It got tossed out.
Whoa! Oh, that's that 2-1 decision. Okay, I saw something flash across my desk today or computer, and that was it. So, wow.
Yeah.
I wish I'd. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, guys, I apologize to the audience. I should have read that, and I could have briefed you on that. I could have given you some thoughts. Maybe
Poor
tomorrow.
Letitia Drive.
Well, dude, matter of fact, when we get back, we'll talk a little more let's talk about lawfare.
Didn't she have some mortgage fraud too?
I think we're going to talk a little bit more of that because I tell you that is something right there. That is now how many stories has CNN done on it? How many stories has MSNBC done on it? None. And they told everybody how much money he owes because he's a predator. Well, that just got overturned.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Beal and Abear, your hometown attorneys. Give those guys a call if you have any questions on the law. We're also broadcasting live from rumble.com. Go to rumble.com, check out the Josh Guillory Show. So, yeah, I think that's enough on redistricting. I think that's so silly. But right before the break, you're getting me all heated up on this this whole lawfare thing, and somebody said something about it, and it just started to get me. I've been thinking a lot about this. I really have, about Trump and really the lawfare that this guy's had to go through, and I just, because I keep thinking, like, because it's harder and harder. It's getting really hard for good people to run for office, and good people that are conservatives. Okay, very hard. Why, reasonably, why would you? Why would you? You get called all these names. You get called a criminal. You get called all your families, your business. Everything is negatively impacted when all you want to do is help. All you want to do is serve. Trump doesn't need any of this stuff. He doesn't even take a salary. He could have been very easy being a former president of the United States. Could have been very easy life.
Well, and these women ran on prosecuting Trump. Like, who does that? Who runs for attorney general?
Where's the board of ethics over there? I didn't think you could. I didn't think you could say that. I thought there were rules. I mean, I would expect to be in trouble if I was running for a judge seat or a DA seat. Or attorney general seat like Letitia James. Like, she openly said, I'm going to prosecute Trump. Whoa, you don't know any evidence. You have nothing in front of you.
Yeah, what happened to due process and innocent until proven guilty?
Doesn't exist over there. But look at all what he's had to go through. Look at all what and it's not just him, it's conservatives up and down, but he sure as heck took the most of the brunt. Alvin Bragg. Remember him? New York DA. Indicted Trump for business record hush money charges in Manhattan. Actually made up laws to interrupt the prescription or statute of limitation periods. Remember that? Used legally unprecedented paths to get there. But
what's he bragging about now?
Yeah, he ain't bragging about much right now. Not much. Okay. Fannie. Remember Miss Fannie?
Who could forget? Fannie got her Fannie in trouble.
Fannie got in trouble. Fannie's been in trouble up and down. Fannie's been up in trouble. She charged Trump and others under Georgia RICO laws for the 2020 election challenges. Where's that going? I mean, it's just, geez. But boy, they got the headlines. And boy, a lot of people believe Trump did all these things because you got the headlines. It's so easy to deceive people. Really, with headlines alone. You don't even have to have a substantive article. Jack Smith, special counsel. Now, I don't know, Jack Smith, what oath you took when you became an attorney and when you took on this special counsel assignment, but you're supposed to be neutral and detached from the executive branch. That's like why they make you DOJ special counsel. So you supposedly independently thought Trump did all these bad things. You charged Trump for actions tied to the 2020 election objections. Remember that? And then all of a sudden, Trump gets elected, and now you independently say, oh, no, I'm dismissing the case. I wonder why. Because you lost your cover. You lost Biden's cover. Hey, guys, this happens in your community too. You just don't see it. And it's bare, unless you have someone that knows, that was in there, and like multiple people that have done it, maybe worked in your respective place, your town or city or parish or county or state. But anyway, moving on. So, but Jack Smith, independent. So, as you independent, what happened? I thought you had all this stuff. This is all a joke. These guys made the judiciary a joke. These guys made our judicial process and the justice system a joke, and there are still people in our government doing it. Trump's just one person. Yeah, he can set the culture. He can set the tone. We just hope that we retain 20% of it. Really, a president can just change that path so much. Some change our trajectory a little more than others. Then look at Letitia James, civil fraud against Trump. Trump accused of overvaluing assets for loans, even though no one he got a loan from said he overvalued. No one he got a loan from were they harmed. They testified he made his payments on time. Like, wow. And that's the one that was overturned, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, golly, yeah, because the court held that, okay, so the 2-1 court decision that I was saying earlier held that the fraud claim, I guess, accusation, because it was a civil case, that finding, sorry, I was trying to look for the words, that fraud finding will stick, but the punishment, that $400 to $500 million fine, it violates the 8th Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment, even in civil cases. One thing about our boy Trump, he definitely dusts off the cobwebs in legal analysis. There's a lot of legal theories out there that no one's seen in a lot, or has ever seen ever.
He's got his Westlaw subscription.
His folks do, I bet you that. Whoo, man. Hey, guys, look, we're going to take a tiny little break. When we get into hour number 2, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of good stuff. In the meantime, I want you to go to rumble.com in this break. Check us out. Get us a little follow. Send us a little chat. Love when you do that. All right, guys, we'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host, and in studio with me still, my main man, Jamie Angel.
I remain in studio.
That's right. That's right. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear studios right here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Beal and Abear, your hometown attorneys. I'm telling you, have any questions on the law, give those guys a call, man. They will take care of you. Beal and Abear. Getting a new building or an upgrade. They're getting a little facelift, they said.
Nice.
It's going to be great. Go check them out, Beal and Abear. All right. Also broadcasting live from Rumble, rumble.com. I see you out there, and I appreciate you. Go check us out. Give us a little chat, and let's dive right in here. We're going to switch gears a little bit. I know this topic is going to resonate with our audience. All I got to say is 2 words. Voting machines. Yep. They're in the news again. Now, remember President Trump the other day called to ban mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good move.
Now,
Or a secure way. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we all want one person to get one vote.
yeah, as long as it protects,
you-
the soldiers, overseas being able to send in their absentee ballots and
You
whatnot.
really think those votes are getting counted?
I would like to hope so.
I would like to hope so, too.
I mean, I sent mine in when I was overseas.
I don't know. It was hard to get mail sometimes, man.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm not starting a rumor. I don't believe. I believe because
Too late.
oh Lord, it's gonna go out there. No, I believe the
Fraud.
vote. Yeah, I believe the votes get in until I see evidence that it's not. But I'm just saying. All right, voting machines. Let's talk about it. It's probably not maybe what you think. So, Oliver O'Connell at the Independent, national publication, reports that Smartmatic, the election tech company at the center of the 2020 doggone election controversy, well, they're now facing a full-blown federal criminal case. Prosecutors say Smartmatic executives overbilled Los Angeles County for voting machines and used the extra money to create a slush fund for bribing government officials.
They wouldn't do that.
What? That's a Democrat state. Why
Who
they
would do that?
They only do that in Louisiana and Democrat states.
So you're telling me,
Wait, are we a Republican state? Anyway, go ahead. I'm telling you what.
that they paid more than they should have, and then they took them proceeds and then bribed them back?
Yes. 3 company execs are now under indictment. One of them, Smartmatic co-founder Roger Panatti, allegedly at regular meetings with LA's top election official, Dean Logan. Well, all right. That's nice. Prosecutors say this wasn't just a one-time deal. They say that Smartmatic did the same thing in the Philippines and Venezuela. 2 wonderful examples of democracy right there. Bribing officials, inflating prices, even buying houses for election officials.
So you're telling me that
Public dollars using for paying a house?
in Venezuela, that president we talked about yesterday, you're telling me that he was elected with them Smartmatic vote machines? Them bribey vote machines?
God, you would assume, according to this
What?
article. Yeah, take your 4 million farmers, which I love farmers, give them rifles.
Militiamen.
Yeah,
Give them the respect they deserve.
okay, militiamen.
I'm telling you,
I'm
some
telling you,
warriors.
I agree. I'm not down that. But I'm telling you, I agree. I think it was Miss Tony that called. Don't assume those guys won't be on America's side once they get a little taste,
Yeah.
once they see a little might, once they see real strength. But yeah, please don't get us in a guerrilla fight with those guys. We just won't leave. We just won't leave.
No.
Be there forever. For what?
Y'all remember Panama? Same.
Well, yeah.
It's a little issue as well.
Yeah. So Smartmatic denies everything. They say the DOJ's case is full of misrepresentations. LA County claims they followed proper procurement procedures and say they don't know anything about bribes. Logan says the county is being used as a pawn in the lawsuits. Meanwhile, Fox News is trying to get to the bottom of Logan's relationship with Smartmatic as part of its defense in the $2.7 billion defamation suit filed by the company. Can't make any of this stuff up. So let me get this straight. piggyback off of what you were saying. So the same company that accused Fox News of defamation and dragged conservatives through the mud for even raising questions about their role in 2020, those guys are now under federal criminal investigation for bribery tied to that exact election. Did I say that right?
It sounds very much like what you just said.
Oh, gosh. That's amazing.
Insanity.
That is pretty wild, huh? Like, what? Is this
And
real?
look, it's real, and
Is
it's
this
not
real?
even a blip out there about it.
Yeah. That's why you tune into the Josh Guillory show. You get all this stuff.
But MSNBC, Trump faces backlash for immigration cruelty agenda.
What? You have an appellate court that overruled a $500 million civil fine. You have this going on, and you want to report on that? Trump faces back. Oh.
Immigration cruelty agenda. What? Word.
UK on the other one on BBC. UK, but we could do a show just on headlines.
Yeah.
The UK said that that there's calls to allow that UK wants journalists back in Gaza.
Oh well,
they must not like journalists, or they may not like Gaza.
I don't know. Let's not touch that one.
Which one, Gaza or journalists?
Well, both right now. Just trying to have a good day.
I know. Hey, there are still good ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's still good ones out there. We're going to focus on the positive because there's more positive than negative. Don't let all the news and media and all that bring you down. Lord knows. Way more good. Tell you what, God didn't wake us up every day to be negative. All right? He didn't. Now, this old company that we're talking about was used in one place in 2020. This is what kind of makes it a little bizarre. One place, Los Angeles County. That's it. And now we find out that they were allegedly skimming tens of dollars off every single machine, funneling that money into international-style bribe pools. This is the largest election tech deal in U.S. history, and stink coming off of it just started to rise, but we're the only ones covering it. Us and this article we're referencing. No, I'm sure there's other people.
Yeah,
I would like the mainstream guys to do it because look, if it can happen there, it can happen anywhere.
And people got to know. People should know. One, it's their money that you're messing with.
Yeah,
like they're playing around with the people's money. That's the
Didn't
number
we have some viewers tune in from California?
I'm sure we had at some point. Yeah.
Guys, I hope y'all are tuning in. Man, what do you think? This is your tax dollars. That's your county tax dollars.
And are the people of California concerned? Like, come on now. It's just no big deal. Just another day.
Deportations reach new high after summer surge in immigration arrests. That's what MSNBC says they worried about. Not this stuff. Whatever. And by the way, it doesn't. We're not even talking about voter fraud or anything like that. That's not even the point here. But all of this does show. It shows how reckless, how shady, how arrogant some of these outfits became while operating under protection from the same people who told us we couldn't even ask questions about the election. That is the hypocritical point that we're trying to make, and that is the shadiness that we're shining light on. And if it can happen there in L.A. County, how come it can't happen in Ruston? Or how come it can't happen in, whatever?
Leesville,
Tupelo, Mississippi. Let's take a little break. All right, when we get back, guys, we'll finish this thought and so much more. I can't wait. Ooh, segment after that, the phone lines are open. That's what I really want. All right, stick around. We're broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear Studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Give those guys a call. Your hometown attorneys, they will take care of you. All right, we're also broadcasting live from Rumble, rumble.com. Go check us out, rumble.com. You can see us for free. Okay, so the voter fraud company that we're talking about over there in L.A., let's see here, that's Smartmatic. That was at the controversy of all this 2020 election fraud thing. If you even question it, you were a racist or a bigot or a fascist or an idiot or whatever, or anti-American, anti-democracy. I mean, whatever we were called, okay? Whoever was called, if you said anything about it, okay? Well, Fox News and Smartmatic sued Fox News for defamation for their criticism of Smartmatic. Well, now Smartmatic it turns out, they had one contract with LA. They overcharged. They got kickbacks. They skimmed some money off of each machine, and then they used that money to create a bribe pool. Can't make that up. But man, the public was told Smartmatic was off limits. They were good. Now it's under criminal indictment. Like, that tells you everything you need to know. Maybe. You got to get the facts. But from what we're seeing, now this is Fox News reporting it too. I will say that. And they do have a lawsuit. They're facing a lawsuit against Smartmatic. So temper that. So here's the bottom line. We don't know, but it seems, I mean, there is the DOJ over there saying that they did these things. I sure as heck hope it's legitimate if they filed that. I don't see how. I mean, it seems like it is, but
well, when this LA County executive, his last name's Logan, when he's getting trips to the Maldives and what's the other place they took? He had the Maldives, Taiwan, other outings, some upscale dinners.
Oh yeah, it's always the dinners.
He stated that these were exempt from disclosure because he attended in a personal capacity.
Maybe. I don't know the rules on that.
He's a government official. We know the rules.
Genuinely, I don't. You said reporting. I don't know the reporting rules in California.
Well, he stated in a well, I would assume if someone the government is contracted with is paying for all your trips.
Can I make it easy? Don't do it. Yeah. Just don't do it. I mean, I would tell my people, they're not your buddies. Then you don't go hang out with contractors. I had one, we fired him. Okay, not for that. It just he was doing that for whatever reason. Yeah, like, you just don't do that. And I used to joke with you guys saying, "Hey, it's good that I'm an introvert. Yeah. I don't go anywhere. You don't have to worry about anybody paying anything for me." But anyway, yeah, this is, we'll see what goes on. But yeah, I must not have heard your first part. But yeah, if his defense is that if he's charged like an ethical complaint, which is not an ethical complaint, but if it was like an ethical complaint, you didn't report this, and this. Well, if his defense is it's not reportable and he's right, well, then he's right. But they're talking about much deeper crimes than this.
I would be willing to bet that the ethics rules in California are pretty similar to rules everywhere else, in that if you have a contract with the government, you need to report if you're giving meals and free stuff to executives.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just have that as your office policy. Just don't do it. How about that? You never have to worry about if you have an exception if you just don't do it.
Yeah. I hear you.
All right. So that's kind of crazy though, don't you think? What do you think those Fox News execs are thinking right now?
I think they're thinking, we are going to save some money.
I think so too.
Now, granted, Fox News had some issues, and the courts found that they were wrong, but they're trying to defend themselves, trying to appeal the. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot
of money.
Man, that's crazy.
And I really don't think these companies were hurt that badly, because it was a defamation lawsuit, right? Meaning they defamed you, they hurt your character, they hurt your ability to make money. Mm-hmm. I don't think their ability to make money has been affected whatsoever.
I think a lot of people would agree with you, my man.
I
think a lot of people would agree with you. Hey, let's switch gears a little bit.
Let's do it.
Let's switch gears a little bit. All right. So Blake Patterson over at NOLA.com, he's reporting that Governor Landry is rolling out a new foreign investment strategy for Louisiana. This caught my eye. This is a little different. Again, you can go to NOLA.com. Blake Patterson, that's the article from earlier today that I'm referring to. And it did. So it looks like the governor and maybe some other folks are trying to think outside the box here. And I think this is a good move, what I'm about to rattle off. So the state, according to this article, the state is ditching this whole like shotgun approach of trying to recruit from a dozen countries in regards to like markets. And now it's focusing on just 3 key markets. So instead of going and seeking all like what's the best everywhere, which could be a good strategy. That's what we've been doing. But instead, it seems like there's a hyper focus on where we could have the most success. And that's what I want to applaud the governor and anybody else that's doing this, taking these steps. I just think it's very, hey, look, it's something new and it's something that seems pretty reasonable. So what we're focused on now, Louisiana, Japan, Japanese markets, Australian markets, and parts of Europe. Louisiana Economic Development Secretary Susan Bourgeois says that these countries match best with our strengths in energy, aerospace, logistics, and manufacturing. Right. So the Landry administration terminated previous contracts with consultants in countries like China. Why were we doing that anyway? Brazil, Austria, and Taiwan. They've now committed $550,000 to a leaner, more targeted plan. Okay, that's good. The World Trade Center of New Orleans will help manage new foreign consultants who must commit to representing only Louisiana. And that's what caught my eye. That's what well, shrinking down efforts to hyper-focus on 3 markets. Hey, I think it's a shot. I think you should try that. I think it's worth trying. So I look, man, I know it's easy to beat up guys in charge. It's easy to do all that stuff, but these things are good. So whenever I see something good, I do want to highlight it for the folks. I mean, you can't always be so negative. But and we don't know if this is a positive in the long run. But it seems like it has the ingredients to be something really good, and that's great for our great state. So Japan, by the way, already has a pretty strong presence here in Louisiana. Companies like Shintech and UBE. They're investing in plants tied to a lot of plastics and electric vehicle battery production. Don't know where that's going under this new energy climate, but it's there. That's there. It's jobs in Louisiana. In Europe, the focus is on Italy, Germany, and France, with companies like BASF already operating in state. Governor Landry also led a Louisiana delegation to the Paris Air Show in June. You didn't go?
I missed my invitation.
The Paris Air Show?
Yeah, I would have loved to.
You've seen one show, you've seen them all, in my opinion.
If they pay for it, I'll go.
I think there's that machine company that we just talked about. I'm kidding.
Oh, Smartmatic, right. Let's go.
So Governor Landry led a Louisiana delegation to the Paris Air Show in June, which reportedly generated a dozen investment leads. And in Australia, officials say there's major opportunity in energy, defense, and aerospace sectors. All sectors Louisiana is looking to grow. And I was tongue in cheek on the Paris event, but that is, look, if you're the leader, you got to get out and about. You got to get out and about. You got to go lead from the front. So the fact that Governor Landry went to Paris, that's not a big deal. And if he landed a few good trade deals for our state, wonderful. We all win. We should all wrap our arms around that. So that's good. But yeah.
Hey, Kill Switch is asking, Josh, what the heck is that symbol on your shirt? it's a tiger with some sabers
on it. Yeah, my son helped me get this. He picked it out. He goes to LSU. So representing my fam, man. It's all right. It's all good. You know, I took 4 classes in the LSU system. That's 4 more than most people that pull for that football team. I love them all. Those who went and those who didn't. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. I'm proud of my alma mater, UL, though. Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Bill and Bear Studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Your hometown attorneys, Bill and Bear. Give those guys a call. Give them a shout. All right, our phone lines are wide open. My favorite part, 232-1542, 232-1542. Outside of Acadiana, 844-766-6607. I know this lady knows what she's talking about. What you got, Miss Tony? Talk to me.
I can't even remember how much I know about Smartmatic machines, but there was a lawsuit in. I need your smart aleck audience to do the investigation here. Let's crowdsource this. But Smartmatic has a ballot counting machine for everybody who wants to go to paper ballots. They have a paper ballot machine, and it was either New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, somewhere up there. They, the old-fashioned commissioners like me, they were making hash marks, and for how many ballots they had, and they actually had someone sequestered who could see which ballot voted for, they could actually count the votes and tabulate them. And then they went to the newfangled thing that all the new commissioners were in on, and they did the ballot counting through Smartmatic. And it never matched. They couldn't even get the same answer twice.
Wow.
The ladies got in trouble for doing the hash marks, but they got out of it, and there was a settlement. The lawsuit was still ongoing when I happened to be coming from Venice and merge with a vehicle from the same state, if I could just remember. It was about this time last year. And I thought, what would that car be doing in New Orleans? And it's going down Highway 90 west, staying off the interstate, and there's a very well-dressed, well-heeled gentleman in the vehicle, and I'm thinking, he's not down here to fish. And I watched him get out of the car in Morgan City, and he wasn't local, and it made me wonder why, if Smartmatic was doing something in New Orleans. And I thought, well, it'd have to be statewide. But what you're telling me is Los Angeles did theirs.
Yep, that was Los
So
Angeles.
it's municipalities who could employ Smartmatic machines, utilize them to get odd results. And it was never in the favor of the conservative. I remember that part of the story. But I saw that story once, and I haven't found it since. But
Wow.
It was a Smartmatic machines. And there's a movement here in Louisiana to do paper ballots, and I fought them at the Republican meetings, but
Ms. Tony,
they
we got to
won
move
by
on.
confusing things.
Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Tony.
All right, Miss Tony. Thank you so much. That was. I hope Miss Tony finds that article. Miss Tony, if you find that article, call us back. I'm curious on it too. All right, let's go to this nice caller. Let's see here. Be able to pick up this number.
This is Warren.
Is this Warren?
Yeah.
What's up, Warren? We miss you, man. Where you been?
Well, I want to add a little bit to yesterday. I get my figures confused because there's so much money. But it is said that Venezuela took $500 billion from America, plus $1 trillion lost in oil revenue from the Venezuelan people that probably went in the Bank of England. Trump needs to send an aircraft carrier over there and tell them we own Venezuela now. We already paid for it from drug proceeds out from America. And also with this Israel stuff, I got a two-state solution, those above ground and those below ground. Thank you, Josh.
Warren.
Yeah.
Warren. We ain't missing them words today, boy. JP, what you got, my man?
Hey, good afternoon. Listen, so yesterday, I was thinking about the whole dictator Napoleonic complex guy that we have there in Baton Rouge, and started to kind of think about why does no one in Louisiana have Fox News' phone number? Like, where is the story that says, "Wow, you think gerrymandering is bad? Look at what Louisiana did."
Yeah.
And by the way, it was their rhinoceros governor, and why hasn't that come to the forefront? Why hasn't President Trump come and said, I'm going to speak out vehemently against carbon capture? There are things that people way up high in the government need to say and speak out against that could save Louisiana a lot of trouble, a lot of heartache.
Yeah.
Someone could come out and show what Jeff Landry's doing. Someone can come out and show that we're the master of gerrymandering in the district, which actually will hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
But why isn't some of this stuff national news? Does no one have Fox's phone number? I mean, that's my question.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't this just getting blown up?
Man, JP, you're like, I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you so much. JP, like, you're right. Why wasn't this covered? And I know the Speaker of the House was very busy at the time. I mean, he was trying to keep on to a very slim majority. So I'm gonna give him a break. He was campaigning all over the country, but right in his backyard, though, he had Steve Scalise. Well, he was campaigning too. So you got two top Republicans in our state in the delegation. In the six, you have 1/3 of our delegation is in senior leadership in Washington. You don't think those guys didn't go and tap on the governor's shoulder or the legislature's shoulder and say, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" Like, we had at the time a one-person majority at the time because of the changes and all that stuff. One-person majority. Why would you make it that close? And then here's another thing: what I don't understand, when you had a Republican versus the Democrat, where was the Republican leadership outside of Congressman Higgins, some RPACs, and the state GOP? Other than that, I didn't see hardly anyone. And there were others, but
my thing is, what good did it do to do this? Like, what good came from this? None.
Nothing.
I mean, I'm sure the crawfish bill that
the crawfish
that would have
bill,
passed anyway.
Good bipartisan bill.
I don't understand what they thought they were gonna see out of this, other than obviously the governor saw some value.
Short terms personal gain. This is a personal gain. This did not help our state. This did not help our state at all. We sent someone who might do it tactfully, but someone that is opposing the president at every angle. So don't tell me you support Trump, Republicans, when you send him a Democrat when you didn't have to. Now, again, he'll make his arguments respectfully. I'll give him credit for that. He's not like AOC or whatnot, but still, the votes are not there and the support's not there. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to us when we sent you up there to be conservatives, to be consistent conservatives? Anyway, Renee gets it. Renee, what you got, my man?
Yeah, I mean, carbon capture, if it's coming straight from the chimney out of a plant, means you could continue to produce. And I don't know about putting it in the ground. Carbon's a resource. I mean, it makes life. The best carbon capture is just plant more grasses and trees and flowers. If we plant more stuff, we could capture more carbon. That's insane. That's a waste of money, unless it's worrying about coming right out the chimney of a factory or plant. Then why put it in the ground anyway?
Hey, valid questions, Renee. A lot of them. Now, Renee said plant some stuff. I got a green thumb. Renee, you tell me when and where, and I'll plant something with you.
Hey, plant some green stuff on them roofs, all them new factories they're going to be. Make them natural roofs.
Hey, I don't know anything about. The more I look into carbon capture, the more questions I have. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the V&A Bear Studio.
What was you about to do? You about to tell me something
I
else?
was about to tell you something else. That's why I did this.
Man, when that music is playing, you know to just sit there and smile. I don't know why you keep talking.
Hey, buddy.
Music means you either wrap it up or sit there
Or
and
start.
smile.
I'm either ending or starting. I get it. All right, let's see here. Let's move on. So more big news shaking up. What?
You want to go to the phone first?
We just went to Renee.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, he called back. Okay.
Renee, we gotta spread the wealth here. Hold on.
Hey.
So then he made good points.
That's right.
So I got some good news. Well, I have some big news. I think it is shaking up.
Dígame.
At least the 2026 election. So as of this month, because it's changing, as of right now, 28 members of Congress have announced that they're not running for re-election.
What?
28 as of right now.
Where are they running to?
I'll tell you where they're not running to. That includes both senators and House members, and it's already reshaping the battlefield for the next round of primaries and general elections. But there's some pretty high-profile guys in here. Dick Durbin.
What?
Yep, Senator Dick Durbin.
That's Pennsylvania? I forget.
Durbin, I forgot. Durbin is Pennsylvania. No,
I don't remember.
somewhere in the East Coast.
Somewhere.
Shaheen, Gary Peters, Tina Smith. Yeah, Tillis. They're all stepping down. On the House side, we're seeing retirements from both parties. Some are chasing other offices. Some are walking away. Like you have Senator Tuberville. He's running for governor. I don't know if he's stepping down or not.
Is he?
Uh-huh.
I hadn't heard that.
That's
and
Alabama.
then Nancy Mace is representative from South Carolina. You know Nancy. She,
Nancy.
They
Nancy
imitated her on Scarlett Johansson, played her on Saturday Night Live. She gave the rebuttal that one time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, she's running for governor of South Carolina.
Good.
Yep, she
Wonder if
wants
her
and Nikki.
Yeah,
little Nikki
yeah.
gonna get together.
And the good senator.
Don't start.
This is, I know, I didn't say his name. I'm telling you.
Not today.
No. He just popped in the other day.
You ever seen those La La Boo Boo doll, La Boo Boo, La La Boo Boo? You know what I'm talking about? No. It's a new rage now. It says La Boo Boo or something like that. It's these hideous little dolls that appear.
La Boo Boo?
And I don't even feel bad to all of you who love these La Boo Boo dolls because they're creepy and weird. Kind of looks like that senator. Looks like a little La Boo Boo doll. I mean, y'all go look at his picture and then look at a La Boo Boo doll and come back and tell me you don't look like it. Little La Boo Boo Graham over there.
Someone send us a picture of one of those dolls. Hey, but look, really, all seriousness, this could be a real moment. 28, 28 members of Congress, not...
It's not a moment, it's a movement.
Oh, if I had to hear that one more time. Where's it at then if it's a movement? Because it looked like a moment. Now that movement looks like a moment because where's it at?
I done gave
Where's
myself the
it at?
emphysemas.
But a generational shift could be happening right now. A generational shift, good, bad, or ugly. And it gives us a shot to replace dead weight with fighters who actually believe in the Constitution.
Ooh.
People who believe in secure borders. People who may even believe in cutting wasteful spending. You never know. Only a few can say they have, but all can say they've talked about it. But really, gives us a big opportunity. And I'll say this, big opportunity for both Republicans and Democrats to both stand up to the radical left. My friends on the Democrat side, you are getting hijacked from people screaming values that you probably don't believe in.
Maybe these folk can take another stab at the big, beautiful bill and maybe try to trim the deficit.
Look, I love a lot of things about the big, beautiful bill. I just don't like the big, nasty debt. That's what we don't like. But then again, you talk to Speaker Johnson, you talk to President Trump, you look at how the CBO actually calculates and forecasts. You see different things. Who knows what the debt will be after this and what it won't be. I just know this, though. Putting together any legislation that even suggests increasing our national debt is reckless.
It ain't real anyway.
It's starting to believe, it's starting to really, really seem that way. Every time I've asked a member of Congress, whether the House or Senate, they all kind of give me the same answers, and it really is pretty much what you just said, kind of. That's what, no, they never say that, but that's how I feel every time I talk to them.
It stopped being real probably the day we got off the gold standard.
Man, I know. Like, I got to assume that people that are in charge know more about the situation, but boy,
You could hope.
a little explanation would have, I mean, I just wish we had a little more explanation on that, because that's yeah, that was a slippery slope. But big opportunity here. You never know. It's not automatic though, you know, and just because a seat opens up to my fellow conservatives, fellow Republicans, doesn't mean that seat's going to be Republican. We've seen that. Hey, you never know. You tell the Louisiana folks in charge, we may add a third Democrat seat if the price is right. The political price. If the political price is right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in. Be careful out there. Make